Yeah, no, it fucking happens. The worst case scenario. Gimmick Puppet, Fanatics, Mach X banned in the TCG. Um, I woke up to stuff or I didn't wake up to see this happen, but I'd been awake for like an hour and a half in the morning. I was like, oh, this is gonna be I might have a good Monday. It might be an okay Monday. And then fucking they did this. They pulled this shit. So, um, yeah, no, I had a feeling I just wanted to make a video just talking about my feelings about it because I had the chance to get a lot of my frustration out already. And now that I've kind of calmed down, I can talk about it, I guess. Like, I don't really know what else there is to say. Um, so some people might be wondering, but Pickles, Gimmick Puppet wasn't doing anything. Yeah, it still had the FTK. It was still the really strong FTK, but it wasn't like the deck wasn't doing anything to warrant a hit. Why would they ban this now? And I'll keep it short and simple. It's because of Mitsurugi. Yeah. So for those among the audience who wouldn't know, Mitsurugi has been using. I have a deck list pulled up actually. This one's from Master Duel. But essentially, what Mitsurugi could do was off of just Habakiri, they could make both Fantasix Machinex and Raiders Knight, and they could just FTK off of that. Fanatics searched Argent. Argent ranked it up into Neo Galaxy Eyes. Then you overlaid the Neo Galaxy Eyes for full armor that triggered Argent, or that triggered your Argent to. No, was that Argent? Yeah, that triggered Argent to add itself to hand. Well, you also used the Neo Galaxy Eyes effect, so your opponent couldn't use effects for the rest of the turn. Ranked up the Argent into full armor, or ranked up or target used the Argent on the full armor to make Fanatics Machinex. Fanatics Machinex would detach the Neo Galaxy Eyes to put it on the opponent's board. Oh yeah, and since you also summoned Fanatics, your Fantasix Engrave would trigger Special Link to your field and adding the Argent to your hand for the third time. You would then use Raiders Knight to make Fiend Eagle. Fiend Eagle would target the Neo Tachyon on their board and burn for 45. Then you'd go Argent on your Fantasix to summon Giant Hunter, and Giant Hunter would burn for another 45, then FTKing. Yeah, so this was seeing decent popularity. This is a Master Duel list. This was top. Was it top 5 in rating duels in February 2026? Yeah, no. So it could just play Mitsurugi, and then if it went first, it would just FTK. So the deck has notably not received a hit, or besides Mitsurugi prayers, this deck has not been hit. But for anyone who's wondering what the exact combo is, even though I just kind of read it out, I have it here. You can pause the video and read that. Oh yeah, top 10. Okay. But yeah, no, this was starting to see popularity in the TCG, I believe. I don't actually know if it was at all. But would they even be in this? Oh god, fucking Demock and everything. Because I know the Master Duel meta considers Mitsurugi FTK to be a different deck. Mitsurugi Sky Striker, Mitsurugi Yummy, Mitsurugi Orcust. There's just no fucking Mitsurugi FTK list here. Let's try searching by like Argent Chaos Force. There's not even. Are we being serious? There's not even a single topping Mitsurugi FTK in on the entire fucking website. There's not one, and this tracks OCG and TCG, by the way. You're telling me not a single Mitsurugi FTK list was topping, and they were like, "Yeah, let's ban Fanatics, let's ban Math Fanatics. We can't have this FTK existing." Like, genuinely, what the fuck, man? And for the record, Cool Tune got Rose Whip banned and Overtake to 1, and that's it. The best deck in the room by like a mile. They also limited Rahu, limited Reed. Like, I could talk about the rest of the shit on this list if I wanted to. Naroi, I don't really care about. Kinda hits K9 Vanquishal, I think. Rose Whip's a good ban. This is the only one ban I'd say is completely warranted out of the three. Cupsy Yummy is stupid but funny. Fairy Tale Snow coming off makes sense because of the Fairy Tale support. Malice White Rabbit, I will always love more hits to Malice. Branded Fusion to 1 makes sense. Metamorphosis to 1, it was about time that card came off. Pre-Mat will be good with Doom Z. Radiant Typhoon Chant, I don't agree with this hit, personally. I think Chant was a very interesting card, and especially in a lot of other decks. So I don't like this hit. Rahu Draco Tail, fine. I don't really care for Rahu. This is limited everywhere now. Synchro Overtake, yeah, you kind of have to. Because the Cool Tunes are too new. We can't hit the Cool Tunes. They're our money makers. Whatever. Dracotail, Lucius, and Thalion to 2. Sure, like, I guess. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dog. I wanna throw. I wanna have a fucking. I wanna crash out, but I just don't. Like, this was kind of expected, in a way. Like, I don't think I ever actually expected them to ban Fanatics, but I was like, I even talked about it with other people. Like, I would not be surprised if they went ahead and did that. That or Fantasix, the regular guy. So, it's probably not difficult to figure it out, but Gimmick Puppet is just dead. Like it's gone. The deck is just. I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna keep it at $120. The deck is completely unplayable. The record, but we were not getting any tops. That's funny. We weren't getting any tops, TCG or OCG. I believe the very most recent top was a deck that topped what is technically a regional in the OCG, I believe. It's not on here. I'm just thinking, what the fuck? Branded Dracotail, Shadal, Nightmare Lock, Dark Magician. Yeah, you know what? Just whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. Literally whatever. We're just playing whatever. We're just doing whatever. I'm getting off track, but Yeah, for the record, this deck was just not seeing any play in the TCG or OCG. It saw a little bit of play in exactly Master Duel. 80% of FTK lists. There were lists that weren't playing Fiend Eagle, really? I don't know how they're FTKing without it, but yeah, this is what it looks like now with updated with prayers to 1. Nothing changed. Yeah, so the deck was seeing minor success in Master Duel. Like, very minor. Where even is it on here? There's a 1 Mitsurugi FTK list in the past month and 2 weeks. If we go past 4 weeks, 1. In the past month, there has been 1 Mitsu FTK list. That has it's a tournament top. I'll grant you that, but like, dog, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, dude. Like, everyone's acknowledging that this list is just bad. This ban list as a whole. Like, Cool Tune is going to be the best deck in the room by a mile. They made sure Yummy won't be playable. I believe this means Yummy won't be playable. Cupsy and Cookie to 1. Or both Cupsies, sorry. They made sure Draco Tail probably wouldn't be doing a whole lot with Rahu, Branded Fusion, Elukius, and a limit 2 to Arthalion. Why are we limiting this to 2? This is just questionable decision after questionable decision. Like, if I had to pick the hits, I was like, yeah, these absolutely make sense. Rose Whip ban makes sense. Noroi ban kinda makes sense. Fairy Tale Snow hit unban makes sense. White Rabbit hit makes sense. I don't really think the Yummy hits make too much sense. The Brand Diffusion limit makes sense. The Metamorphosis unhit makes sense. The Premature Burial unhit kinda makes sense. Though this is the first format where it'll be free. The Typhoon Chant hit doesn't make sense. The Rahu hit doesn't, or kinda makes sense. Synchro Overtake hit, I guess it makes sense. Dracotail Lucius hit, I guess kinda makes sense. And the Arthalion hit makes no sense. Like, these are, like, a lot of these are hits that make sense, but they just don't do anything. The best deck will still be Cool Tune. Dracotail will probably still be okay. I wouldn't be surprised if Malice is still okay. I wouldn't be surprised if Canine's still okay. I wouldn't be surprised if Cupsy or Yummy was still okay. Like, probably not great, but okay. So what does this mean for Puppet in the TCG? Unplayable? Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Fanatics is a important piece of the FTK, obviously. But it is also notably our one main deck monster, or our one monster that generates disruption. Fanatics is a disruption on itself because it's a trap. It's a pop of a monster that if it's specialed. And then it also is the only monster in our deck that searches traps. So, let me see if I can, like, pull up a list or something. Give me a second here. Do I even have a good list on here? Yeah, we'll just use this as an example. A lot of my TCG lists are a little outdated because I don't play a whole lot anymore. But here's Here's a list I posted from February 2025, granted, but oh my god, that is Magnet Doll. Hold on, I gotta have something better than this, right? I have to have a somewhat updated list on here, right? Yeah, more like this, I guess. Yeah. Something like this. So, another thing you'll notice. Have they already updated the list for this? No. But, with Fanatics out, Service Puppet Play becomes unusable. Because we can't search it. You can scrape off any hopes you have of playing turn 1. I will just say that immediately. You will not be able to play turn 1. So what goes in the extra instead of Fanatics, honestly? Not a whole lot. You probably play a second Giant Hunter. You can't even add extra copies of strings because they didn't free strings on this list, by the way. They kill the deck and don't even give the decency of us getting the fucking guy back. And I think 15th card would be between the third Fanatics or the third Grinder, honestly. But this does not look good. Yeah, no, I can't see. So, you're playing blind second. Let's get that out of the way. There's no possible world where you play this going first, because what is this making going first? You're maybe drawing a card off of Dark Strings and then maybe, like, setting a Droplet or Imperm. Like, that's just not good. That's not enough. I will say there are notably lines that still FTK. Fiendish plus Mansion can do a C88 FTK. This is still entirely possible. I'm pretty sure Mansion plus Fiendish, Soldiers, Scissor, Rouge, or Baby could probably all do it. Like, that's still a 2-card. That's still a 2-card FTK. You can do that. But almost any line that doesn't involve Mansion is gone. I'm gonna say that. I'm not entirely sure. There might be an 88 line that still exists, but I completely doubt it. I completely doubt it. I'm gonna say that straight up. A big reason for that is because Fanatics, on top of giving your opponent a body, was also something you blow up with Dark Strings because it had 31 attack, and now the best thing you can blow up is a Giant Hunter. That's so bad. That's so bad. That's so bad. That's so bad. Yeah, you're playing blind second. There's a world where you play going first, but it's gonna be really bad because you're probably gonna play like Regulus, like a triple playset of Regulus with a single Therion Disco and then set rotation. You can play that, I guess. You could go the angle of playing the Horus engine as just guys, I guess. No, not quick. You could play Phantom Knight's Rank Up Magic Launch, which gives you an angle to go into Varudris, which is technically okay. It's a big ass guy that isn't Omni Negate. Like, that's not terrible. But that's all you're ending on in Engine. You're drawing a card and ending on Varudris. Like, that's nothing. Let me, honestly, we're gonna pad out the runtime of this video. I'm gonna see if I can make a line right here, right now, that is more efficient. Just gets ferocious in like a draw. Add rouge. Does this even work? Oh my fucking god, we have no way to get material off of things effectively. So I don't even know if we can execute a line that gives us a draw. You'd go like strings. The thing is, you have fanatics on board. No. Alright, one more try. One more try. I won't dilly-dally for too long. There's a line where this works, I think. I don't think it matters what you reveal off rouge here, actually. You could maybe incorporate like mansion into this line to give the extra material to attach. And that feels great to say. I fucking love that. This is so fucking bad, bro. It doesn't even add back the rank up because it's attached to Darkstring stock. There's you can do it. There's a way you can do it. There's a sequence that gets you to it. It's just really bad. I don't think you can do that and draw. Yeah, I don't. There's no world where you can get the draw and make Rougeous, but there's still a line to get to Rougeous here. Since I've got it nailed down, I'll show it right now. I'll do it, and then we'll move on from this segment. So we go ba-dum 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 bum 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 bum. Bum. Can make either of these here, I think. I'm crying, bro. Yeah, and then you go launch make Verudrus. You can do that. Yeah, no, that's a thing you could do if you want to play turn one. No, we are absolutely playing blind second. Fuck me. There's another card that came out recently that you could technically utilize. Not numbers protection. There's a new counter trap. Breakable exceeds a barrier. This is searchable via a equip spell. Exceeds Lay, which is just an okay card. And Exceeds Lay is searchable by cards that search continuous or equip spells, because there are two of those that do that for Exceeds deck specifically for some reason. What were they called? There's Generation Forge, which searches Exceeds cards. There's Exceeds... No, not in Trust. Exceeds Force was another one, but it's not as good as the other. And then yeah, no, that's it. There was another one that's like if you control an Exceeds monster, search an equip spell or something. I don't remember what it's called. Return of the Duelist. Yeah, that one. I'm so disappointed in Konami, dog. We're gonna keep it a stack. This is the recent wave support they gave Gimmick Puppet was doomed from the start. Like they made a deck whose purpose is to FTK. I don't know what they expected to happen. Like it's just so dumb. They made it specifically a FTK just so they could fuck it over later. Like, just whatever, dude. I will, for the record, yes, I'm going to continue playing Gimmick Puppets. I still love this deck. I will just be probably very doing significantly less TCG content. I don't want to say I'm not going to do any. I might even try. I might even post some of the remaining FTK lines we have. And maybe some like. It's gonna be table 500 replays, but it'll be like going second Gimmick Puppet replays. Like I can still do things like that. Because Gimmick Puppet going second wasn't that affected by the Fanatics ban. It's worse. It's definitely worse, but I wouldn't say it didn't lose as nearly as much of its going second capability as it did going first. This deck can't do anything going first. If you go first, you actively lose the game. Like, you could just play a bunch of cards that are like going second disruption or going first disruptions. Like you could play triple numbers protection, triple Xyz unbreakable barrier, triple Xyz lay, triple Therion King Regulus. Like you could do shit like that. It's just not gonna be good. I guess like I don't want to look at things positively here, but with the banning of Fanatics Machinex, there is design space opened for them to give us new support. Like yeah, a lot of our FTK lines are dead, so there's not as much of a concern with giving us potentially new cards. Like now that Fanatics is gone, almost every FTK line is dead, so it's like we have nothing to worry about giving them support. We wouldn't like they could still go the route of giving us the Gem Knight treatment. Like I would love if they took Gimmick Puppet and just gave us the Gem Knight treatment. I think that would be amazing. But with Fanatics gone, we can't even play fair. Without Fanatics, we can't search the trap, and that was our one piece of in-board disruption. Outside of the weird fucking Ferocious lines. Like, I'm disappointed. I'm outraged, frankly. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell I'm outraged by the fact that I'm making my Slug Cat do the angry face the entire video, but I'm pretty fucking angry. It's just so dumb. This whole thing is stupid. I've loved this deck for 6 years. It's been 6 years. It's been over 6 years probably at this point. I've loved this deck for over 6 years, and honestly, this is the most frustrated I've ever been with the deck. Like even before we got the wave of support in 2024, I was content because we were bad and that was fine. But now the deck was good and now it's back to being bad. It's not. There are some positives I guess you can look at. Like we still have our cards. We lost Fanatics, really bad, bummer. We basically lost our traps because they're not searchable, which is like yeah, that's really bad. But we still have soldiers, which is a great starter. We still have Rouge, which is the backbone of the main deck. We still have Fiendish Knight, which is a really good extender. We still have Cattle Scream, which is another okay extender. We still have Mansion, which is a great card, which is just a fantastic card overall. And we still have Fantasix letting us search rank ups. there's I don't want to be optimistic because this is just fucking so disappointing. This is just miserable. Like, the most optimistic I can be is like, maybe we'll get an overframe. Maybe we'll get new cards that push the deck away from the FTK and into a more like healthy playstyle. Maybe that will happen. Maybe they'll unban Fanatics after a couple months when they finally kill Mitsurugi. Like, maybe. There's I could say a whole lot of maybes, but I can't look at the future and genuinely say, yeah, Gimmick Puppet will be in a good spot. Like, it's not going to be. I don't see a bright future. Konami has blatantly telegraphed how incompetent they are. First it was Genesis with the 100 points on Fanatics. Genesis Puppet is more unplayable than TCG Puppet. Because there's no Genesis thing on here, but Nightmare has 80 points. Fanatics, which is not in the list anymore, right? Fanatics has 100 points. Both the strings have 50 points. There's no Chimera Doll because it's Genesis. Mansion has 100 points. And the rank ups have 5 apiece. Which means the deck is awful there, and you can't do anything. TCG, the deck is now unplayable. Like, you can go second board break, but you're not gonna see the deck have any more success whatsoever. Like, I hate to say it, but the thing that made the deck good was the FTK. And now it just can't do that. So, can't play it in Genesis. Can't play it in the TCG. But for the Gimmick Puppet, people who are like, I still want to play this deck. I still want to have fun. There are, even if you don't want to play it with the TCG or the fucking Genesis hits, there are a couple other ways to play it. I've been getting into Duel Links. You saw me post the big Duel Links guide for Gimmick Puppet because we just got the support cards there. Yes, Gimmick Puppet of Leo got limited, and that sucks in Duel Links, but it's not that big of a deal. The deck was tier 3 in Duel Links literally until yesterday. Like, I'm not even kidding. It got tier 3 after the ban list after they checked out the ban list and were like, okay, now that Therion's back to being kind of fair, a lot of these older tier 3 decks are back to being tier 3. And just yesterday they took them off. They took off Gimmick Puppet, Drytron, and Dragon Maid, put Valmanica in tier 3, and then demoted ABC to tier 3. Which sucks. Like, yeah, I think they're still tier 3 worthy, but Gimmick Puppet is the best it's ever been in Duel Links. I will say that. Like, the Duel Links is the best format to play Gimmick Puppet. You don't have to FTK, so if you don't like that playstyle, it works. And you have to use a really good skill. Master Duel. Very interesting thing with Master Duel. Besides the banning of Gimmick Puppet Nightmare, the deck is completely unhit in Master Duel. Like, let me show you. Can I not switch my window capture to show? Yeah. Like, this is a recently topping Gimmick Puppet list. I don't recommend this list, honestly. It's playing like Humpty Dumpty. But there's no strings hits. There's no Fanatics ban. There's nothing. The deck is completely unhit in Master Duel. So here's a format where you can still play the deck and still see like lots of success. Granted, a lot of people are not. The deck is pretty not popular. Mostly because we're in. But it's basically tier 0 what's tier 0 Cold Tomb format almost. Like seeing 17% Cool Tune is not fantastic. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I want to talk about more. I really do. There's just nothing to say. Like, the deck is practically fucked in the TCG. And I feel like my lack of TCG content has kind of been vindicated by this. All of my old videos. Oh, let me see if I can fucking pull up my channel really quick. Almost every. I have a Galaxy Eyes replay still on here. That's funny. Unusable video. Well, all of these late ones were kind of unusable because of the strings hits, but that's whatever. But any combo I've posted for Gimmick Puppet, it's now valid. You can't take any of these videos and bring them into the TCG. You can bring a lot of them into Master Duel. The one thing I really did try to do with a lot of the videos I uploaded is make them applicable to as many formats as possible. Like, some of them were for Master Duel specifically, granted, but like this one has 5 different mansion combos, so there's some that are only legal in Master Duel, but there are some that are legal in Master Duel in the OCG. But I made sure there were some that are TCG and Master Duel legal. This one even shows the different damage in the TCG and Master Duel. This one's TCG Master Duel legal. Like, fucking just whatever. I don't know. If you guys have any questions, like, let me know. Or if you guys have any even ideas, I'm completely open to experimenting with Puppet and the TCG still. Like, I still would love to see the deck have success. And I think that would be cool. But I just don't it just doesn't have any potential to, I don't think. You're not doing you can't do anything going first. We're back to fucking 2023. We're not even back to 2023, because in 2023 you could take a 3-card combo and make a Therion King Regulus. But in 2025, you can't yank Regulus. You search Regulus because we're archetype blocked. So we're archetype blocked, so we have to do whatever we can our own archetype. But we can't even do that. What the fuck is this deck? Chaos Rituals actually seeing success? That's funny. I like that. That's neat. We are playing Mind Shuffle. Wait, how are we setting this? Where's the guy that sets it? Oh, this is Mind Shuffle, not the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the Pegasus card, the new Pegasus card. But yeah, we're dead. We're just dead. It's over. Go play Duel Links. Go play Master Duel. That's all I could really say. As for future content, if you have anything you want to see from me, let me know. I will probably be mostly stopping TCG content completely. Just disappointed. Let me know your thoughts on. Honestly, let me know your thoughts on the ban list. Do you think Fanatics was a correct hit? You could see it as a correct hit, but it was definitely. If you wanted to hit the FTK that Mitsurugi was using, you should have hit Fiend Eagle. Let's just be so for real. Like, no Mitsurugi deck was using this in the. Fucking. If you want to hit this FTK, you hit Fiend Eagle. It's a card nobody uses outside of this FTK. Or you just kill Mitsurugi. You kill Mitsurugi because this deck is not balanced. Well, like, I don't know what to say. I don't want to make this video too long, but I feel like there's more I want to yap about. We are probably one of the... We are unironically probably one of the most hit decks in the game now. Outside of maybe Tier Limit. Like, I'm not even fucking kidding. Tier Limit technically has one ban, right? They just have Kit. We have 2 bans, technically, if you count Nightmare. So, just... Konami, if you're gonna do this, at the very least, give us new cards. Give us new cards. Give us a game plan that does not involve an FTK. Make up for your fucking mistake, your fucking awful mistake in creating these cards specifically to FTK. Make it up to us, please. You can push. It would be so easy to design support for this deck and not have it FTK. You don't need to have it FTK. You can just make cards that actually have disruptions. Like this was like Fanatics outside of its enabling for FTKs. It's a disruption. You gave the deck a disruption in Fanatics Machinex. You gave the deck a disruption in the trap Service Puppet play, which is now no longer searchable for us. Since this card is no longer searchable, there's no point in playing it. Unless you want to go like triple Service Puppet play, triple trap trick, triple trap. Triple trap trick? Trap trick, yeah, that's the card. Triple trap trick. Like, there's just no... You've given us no... You've banned the only card that enabled non-FTK related end boards. So now all we can do is FTK, or blind second. You've made the problem technically worse. If you want to get technical. Like... This is just such a bad ban list. And I see people agree. Like, I watched MBT and Joshua Smith's takes on this ban list, and they're like, they just don't think it's good. And like, I have to agree. This ban list just isn't good. This just doesn't do anything. I'm fucking pissed off. I hope a lot of people get pissed off at this decision. Because it's just a stupid decision. And it makes me question my own sanity. Yeah, no, don't expect TCG content. I might make something, but probably not. Anyway. I guess everybody have a good day. Like, I don't... This is so disappointing. This is just outrageous, actually. Like, I had to make sure the Gimmick Puppet Discord didn't explode this morning because people were pissed off. Like, justifiably so. Strings is one, and Dark Strings is one. If you count Terraforming, that's technically a hit, but it's not for Gimmick Puppet, so I wouldn't count it. Fanatics Band. Where's my boy? Nightmare Band. I just don't know what to say. How disappointing. Like, I've good. This was the last straw for me. I'm done with it. I'm completely done playing TCG. Like that, not even just because of the Fanatics ban. This was just such a bad ban list, or such a, like it's gonna be Cool Tune. Cool Tune will dominate the format for since. How fucking long is it in between ban lists on average? Like that's 4 months. That's a 4 month. It's gonna be Cool Tune for 4 months. Everyone's gonna fucking hate it. And then we're gonna get the new wave of cards that makes another deck the meta. Like, and it's just gonna keep going. It's gonna be an endless cycle. Just don't bother trying to make Puppet work in the TCG. I don't think it's worth the headache. We can still play in like non-competitive settings, especially now that we don't have an FTK. Like, this opens, or don't have a consistent FTK, I should say. This opens up a lot of room for us to be playable in other places, or fun, I should say, in fun in other non-competitive places, I should say. But yeah, no, that's it. I keep saying that's it, and I'm never gonna end the video, am I? Yeah, that's all I have to say. You guys have a good day.